Now, you asked me about, no, I want to finish because you asked me a second question. You said...
Welcome also President Lagarde and Vice President de Guindos. My name is Wolfgang Preußel.
The Governing Council today decided to lower the 3 key ECB interest rates by 25 basis points. In particular, the decision to lower the deposit facility rate, the rate through which we steer the monetary policy stance, is based on our updated assessment of the inflation outlook, the dynamics of underlying inflation, and the strength of monetary policy transmission. The disinflation process is well on track.
President Lagarde, I have 2 questions. Thanks, first of all, for taking them. The first is like on a general flavor of...
There were some discussions with some proposals to consider possibly 50 basis points, but the overall agreement to which everybody rallied was that 25 basis points was actually the right decision.
Coming back to inflation, how do you see risks around the inflation target? Do you feel the risk of undershooting?
We are determined to ensure that inflation stabilizes sustainably at our 2% medium-term target. We will follow a data-dependent and meeting-by-meeting approach to determining the appropriate monetary policy stance. In particular, our interest rate decisions will be based on our assessment of the inflation outlook in light of the incoming economic and financial data, the dynamics of underlying inflation, and the strength of monetary policy transmission. We are not pre-committing to a particular rate path.
I know that you don't target the exchange rate, but if euro goes again below...
It's great because you give me the answer already.
Yeah, but...
I continue to think that restrictions on trade, protectionist measures are not conducive to growth and ultimately have an impact on inflation that is largely uncertain. In the short term, it's probably net inflationary, probable, but the overall impact on inflation is uncertain because it is going to depend on the scope of the measures, on the retaliation that is decided, on the rerouting of trade traffic from other parts of the world. And that is a very complex situation with movable parts, which we will determine if and when they come.
My questions are on PEP and on TPI.
The uncertainty that I referred to stemming from the policies that would be decided by the next US administration is not incorporated in the baseline.
For taking my questions. What happens if the US sets up tariffs against Europe?
Extreme weather events and the unfolding climate crisis more broadly could drive up food prices by more than expected.
In Germany, a new snap election is planned to be held next February, and the Right Party Alternative for Germany, so-called AfD, plans to call to leave the EU and the euro currency. The argument is not new, but it seems the support for this party will be strong in this election. And as the ECB's president who protects the euro system and democracy, what can you say now? Thank you very much.
Well, the European Union was founded by the founding member states, one of which was Germany. And it came on the step of a horrible period of time when member states currently sitting at the same table were at each other's throat. And that caused the killing and the dying of many, many, many Europeans. And I would very much hope that this history, which is at the root of the construction, stays very clear on the mind of everyone. Thank you.
And the last question.